Do you know that you can create your Express Entry profile completely free without using any agent or consultant? Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna explain you the complete step-by-step process of creating an Express Entry profile for Canada. And by the end of this video, you will have a complete understanding of how to set up your profile perfectly so that you can enter the Express Entry pool with confidence. Before we jump into the actual process of creating the profile, it's important to know that you should gather a few essential documents in advance, because without these documents you will not be able to complete your profile successfully. First of all, you will need your valid passport. In addition to that, you must have your language test results ready. It could be either CELPIP, IELTS or PTE core depending on your preference. Furthermore, if you have completed your education outside Canada, then you will have to apply for educational credential assessment. There are many authorized organizations that provide this assessment. Along with these documents, you should also keep your work experience details nearby, because you will have to fill in information such as your job title, employer name and employment dates as you go through the application. Now that we have covered the basic requirements, let's move on to the first step, which is creating your online account. For that, open your web browser and head over to the official website of Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship of Canada. If you already have an account, then you can simply log in using one of these two options, either through GCKey or through a Canadian Interact sign-in partner. However, if you do not have an account yet, then you need to create one. And to do that, just click on the register for an account option and follow the instructions to set up your account. Once you log into your account, simply click on apply to come to Canada. Then just scroll down and you will find Express Entry. Click on that. The reason for these questions is that the system needs to determine whether you qualify for one of the programs managed under the Express Entry system, such as the Federal Skilled Worker Program, Federal Skilled Trade Program or Canadian Experience Class. Make sure that you answer these questions carefully so that system can correctly assess your eligibility. Now the first question is which province or territory you are most interested in. So we will select Ontario. Next, provide your language test results. For example, IELTS. Then it will ask what date you took the exam. Here we will add a CLB 9 score just for a reference and click next. After that, system will ask you, in the last 3 years, how many years of skilled work experience do you have in Canada? It must have been full-time or an equal amount in part-time, and we will select 1 year or more depending on your situation. And we will also select a tier category for that work experience. In my case, I will just select tier category 0 and then click on next. As you can see that based on the answers that we provided, we are eligible for Express Entry. So click continue. Now provide your personal details exactly as mentioned on your passport. Your last name, your first name, gender and date of birth. Now select your marital status and then click next. Here you can see that you have to fill in a total of 6 forms for your profile, and we will start with personal details. Once again, enter your last name and first name and then click on next. Select your gender, date of birth, country of birth and city of birth. Click next. Again, choose your marital status and click next. Now provide your passport details such as passport number, country of issue, issue date and expiry date, and then click on save and add. As you can see that your passport details are saved here. So in case if you want to modify something, then just click on modify option and you will be able to change the details later on. Next, provide details about your immigration history. Have you ever applied to IRCC before? Select yes if you have applied earlier. Have you applied for Express Entry before? Select no. If you applied earlier, then select yes. If you have your UCI number, then just provide it here. Next, enter your country of citizenship and country of residence along with province and postal code. Now provide the information about your family. How many family members do you have? This number includes yourself, so just select one if you are single. Now the next question is how much money you will bring to Canada to support yourself and to your family member. Now, as you can see on the screen, that you can mention the amount of fund depending on the size of your family. Then it will ask if you have a relative who is a permanent resident or a citizen of Canada. In my case, I will just select no and click on save and exit. Now the second form is about contact details. Click on start form. Select your preferred language, then provide your email address and click on save and exit. The third form is about study and languages, so click on start form. So first of all, we will mention latest education and then we will move forward with older education. So first question is, have you finished your high school or any higher education? Select yes, and then field of study, whatever field you had, just select that. In my case, I will just select applied science. Since what year? 2023 May. Is this your current study? No. And when did you complete it? 2024 August. How many years? 2. Full-time or part-time? Full-time. Standing at the end of study period, I would select it was certificate or diploma or degree awarded, because my course was a certificate course. Then select the country of study, province or territory, Ontario. Select the city where you studied. I selected Kitchener. Then provide the postal code and then write the name of the institute or college you studied in. So in my case, it was Conestoga College. Now select the level of education. In my case, it was 2-year program at a university or college, so I would go with that. Now the next question is, were you awarded a Canadian degree? So select yes, and then it will ask you that was it a degree, diploma or certificate. So in my case, yes, it was certificate course, so we would select yes. Then what is the DLI number of the institute or school? So you will have to write DLI number in this box. If you don't know what was the DLI number of your institute or school, just click on this link and then select the province or territory. In my case, it was Ontario. And then search for the college you studied in. As you can see that this was the DLI number of Conestoga College Kitchener campus, so we will just copy that. Now the next question is, was more than half of the study program in English or French? I would select no. Did you study in Canada that required you to return to your home country to apply this knowledge? I would select no. Did you complete at least 50% of the study program through in-person learning? I would select yes, because my classes were offline. Did you study in Canada for at least 8 months in order to earn this degree, diploma or certificate? Select yes, depending on your course. The next question is, did you study full-time for at least 8 months to earn this degree, diploma or certificate? Select yes. Then click on save and add. As you can see that whatever details we provided, it has been saved here, and if we want to modify later on, we can just click on modify and change the details later on. Now I will add another education, which is the bachelor's degree that I did in India. Have you finished high school or any higher education? Select yes. Select your field of study. It was science and applied. Since what year? August 2014. Is this my current study? No. When did you complete it? July 2017. How many years? 3. Was it a full-time or part-time study? Full-time. Standing at the end of study period, certificate or diploma or degree awarded. Country of study, India. City, Vadodara. Name of school or institution. My university was Maharaja Sayaji Rao University, so I'll just write MSU. The level of education, it was bachelor's degree, so I would select bachelor's here. There are different options. It depends on what you studied. You can select according to that. Were you awarded a Canadian degree for that? I would select no, because I studied in India. Now once you select here no, it will ask you for an educational credential assessment. And that is why I told you in the starting of the video that you will require your educational credential assessment to be done, because you will have to fill in those details. So the next question is, within the past 5 years, have you done educational credential assessment? Select yes. What was the name of the organization? Select the organization that issued your ECA. In my case, I would just select World Education Service. After that, select the date when your ECA report completed, and then provide ECA certificate number, which you can find in the top right corner of the report. Next, select the level of education which was mentioned in the educational credential assessment. In my case, it was bachelor's degree, so I would just select bachelor's degree and then click on save and add. As you can see that both education entries have been added, and if you have any other education, you can add them here as well. Now provide details about your language test. Can you communicate in English or French? I would select English. The next question is, have you taken an approved language test? Select yes. Then here select IELTS. Select the test version, it was general training. Select the date of language test and the date of test results. Now enter the language test report form or certificate number, which you can find at the bottom of the report. Then provide your score details. And the next question is, have you taken a French language test? I would select no, and then click on save and exit. Now the fourth form is application details. Click on start form. Now the next question is, which province or territory would you consider living in? So I would just select all of them, because if any province is interested in your profile, then they might send you an invitation to apply for provincial nominee program. Therefore, just select all the province. Then just select yes and yes for Ontario and British Columbia, and then click on next. The next question is, have you received a nomination certificate from a province or territory? Select no if you don't have any nomination. If you have received any nomination from any of the province, then just select yes and click on save and exit. Now the fifth form is about representative. Click on start form. So if you don't have any representative, then just select no, and if you have any representative, then you will have to provide details about them. And the last form is about work history. Click on start form. Now before we move forward, just click on this link of find your knock code. Now here you can find your knock code just by using the job title, and make sure that you match the job duties according to the work that you are doing. Make sure that you select the knock code carefully, especially if you are targeting category based draw, because if you select wrong knock code, then it could lead to rejection as well. For now, I will just select this knock code 70012, which is facility operator and maintenance managers. Now the next question is, when you first became qualified to practice in this occupation. In certain occupations you might have to do certain practice, or you have to get a license. So in that case, just select the year when you started the practice. Otherwise, just select the year when you completed your education. Do you have a certificate of qualification from a Canadian province or territory? Select no if you don't have any certificate. If you have got any certificate of qualification, then just select yes. Now the next question is, do you have a job offer in Canada? This question, it is little bit tricky, because it specifically refers to an LMI supported job offer. If you click on this different requirement link, then you will find that it clearly mentions about LMIA. So in this case, we will just select no. The next question is, do you have any work history? Select yes. Since what year? 2024 June. Is this your current job? Yes. Mention the hours that you work every week. Provide your 5-digit knock code. Mention the job title and employer name. Provide the country, province, city, street and postal code. The next question is, were you working legally in Canada during this time? Select yes. Were you doing full-time study while doing this job? Select no. And then select the category that you fall under. In my case, work permit required but not LMI required. If you have worked in India or any other country, then make sure that you provide details about those work experience as well. As you can see that both of my work experience have been added. After that, this question is just for research, so click on no and click save and exit. Now as you can see that once you fill out all the forms, their status will appear here, and you need to complete all of them before you submit your profile. So after verifying all the details, just click on continue. Next you will see the declaration and electronic signature page. Now before you sign, you need to provide your last name, given name, security question, and then click on sign. Once you click on sign, then your profile will be submitted, and that's it. Once you submit your profile, you will receive your comprehensive ranking system score. It is also known as CRS score. If your score is higher than or equal to the cutoff score in an express entry draw, then you will receive an invitation to apply. After that, you will have to submit all the documents with proof to support the information that you provided. So as you have seen that it is very simple to create an express entry profile by yourself. If you found this video helpful, then please share it with your friends as well. And if you have any questions or doubts, then just comment below and I'll try to answer them. And once again, thank you for watching.